With us now, someone who I guess not too far from that U.S. border with Canada, State Representative Matt Hall from the state of Michigan. Mr. Hall's the Republican leader in the State House there in Michigan. Thank you, sir, for coming on. I mean, we're going to talk to you about the southern border and the crisis there. I mean, we talk about it all the time, this idea of every state's a border state, and I know you've done and visited there and done some work. But what about that stat we just talked about, the northern border? Is that a real issue as well, you think?
Well, whether it's the southern border or the northern border, if you have sanctuary communities in your state, you're going to see problems like that. And so Michigan, we have a few sanctuary counties. I have a bill to stop that. Also, we have a governor who is offering free rental subsidies to illegal aliens in our state. So, you know, that attracts them, whether it's from the north or the south. And so we want to see policies in our state that do not attract illegal aliens, and instead we want to stop those policies.
All right, so you're trying to stop the sanctuary cities or the sanctuary states. That's what your bill does, what you're trying to do on the local level. Your thoughts on what's happening at the federal level? This bill, as I mentioned, that failed again. We talked to Jay Johnson about it yesterday, former Homeland Security Secretary in the Obama years, about the failure, and here's what he said.
The essence of governing is politics in Washington. Mm-hmm. The essence of politics is compromise. And governing has failed today. And this, according to many Americans, is one of our top problems.
Yes.
The surge from Central and South America. And Congress actually came up with a solution.
What parts of that do you agree and disagree with in terms of compromise, whether more could be done between the two parties? Maybe you're seeing that on the local level, and, you know, whether the bill that was talked about in the Senate was moving in the right direction on the federal level.
Yeah, well, what we're seeing in Michigan is Democrats will not even accept the term illegal alien or illegal immigrant. They find that offensive, but that there are people here illegally, and that's why we call them illegal aliens. So when you start from there, it's hard to find common ground. But I'll say this, you know, we were down at Eagle Pass recently, myself and state leaders from across the country. And when a federal government will not enforce our federal immigration laws, then it becomes a state issue because it's affecting states across the country with the illegal drugs that are pouring across the border into our communities. In Michigan, we have many fentanyl deaths every week. Coming, you know, from drugs that have come across the border. We've had many crimes in our state from illegal aliens. We just had a woman murdered by an illegal alien in Grand Rapids. We've had sexual assaults occur against minors in southern Michigan and also in Shiawassee County, where there were some predator illegal aliens caught trying to traffic minors. So it's a problem touching all of the states.
Yeah, the other side claims and has argued that the data, when you look at the data, doesn't show a higher crime rate necessarily between people here illegally versus people who are, you know, born here or here legally. They say the data doesn't support that. These are, you know, these cases, to your point, get a lot of attention, though.
Well, if they were not here, they wouldn't be committing these crimes. And so, you know, we have a bunch of burglaries going on from organized illegal alien criminal gangs in Oakland County from Chile and Central America. You know, so we propose they shouldn't get automatic visa waivers anymore. We should vet those people.
Are you making any progress, by the way, on all this, or you're running into trouble in terms of having the numbers, Republican versus Democrat, to pass what you'd like to see passed in Michigan?
We're running into trouble because of Democrats blocking the legislation, which is why we need to flip our House to Republican next year so we can start passing these through the House and getting them closer to Governor Whitmer's desk.
That's what I figured, because we follow it, obviously, as a swing state. I was wondering how it was breaking down in this issue. State Rep for Michigan, Matt Hall, Republican, thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.